Hey, what's up? Oh, my hair's all fluffy. The wind's blowing a little bit. Hi, this is Steve Radens, and I'm here in South Florida. It's a beautiful, overcast day, but the temperature is probably about 82 degrees. There's a little bit of humidity, but it's not bad. Nice breeze blowing. I'm sitting here in one of our county parks, Ocean Cay Park. It's right by the ocean. It's a pretty nice place, kind of serene to just kind of sit and embrace nature a little bit. But I'm here today because we're going to start, I'm going to start a new series. I'm going to call it the Reading with an Author series. And why am I doing this? Well, I've just finished my first manuscript. It's a book, self-help book that could help people feel a little more happiness, a little more health, a little better health, um, and have a little more abundance flow into their life. And we can do that by just making some simple shifts. So anyway, the book is called The Happiness Effect. Simple life shifts that can create massive gains in your health, happiness, and abundance. And I'm just going to tell you that if you get your health in order and you get your mind in order, happiness, abundance will follow. Where there's health and happiness, there's abundance. So bear with me. I'll get into me as we go through this. Basically, real simply, for 35 years pretty much, drank alcohol, took a lot of drugs, ate processed foods, did not eat fruits, vegetables, or herbs, easily for 20 years, maybe a potato, and maybe a watermelon. If you put a gallon of vodka in it and soaked it overnight, I would eat the watermelon. But yeah, I didn't eat fruits or vegetables. I was an extremely unhealthy guy. Yet I was still a pretty active dude. I coached my kids' sports teams. I had a physical job. I owned a pool service company at the time, which eventually caused my demise, actually. I fell and fractured my spine a little bit and was put on hydrocodone, which then led to oxycodone. Vicodins, Percocets were my pills of choice, and I created a legal 12-year opioid addiction, which culminated in bleeding ulcers, and twice I was hospitalized with corrosive bleeding ulcers. The second time I was on my way out. That entire year I'd lost about 40 pounds. I was 190, went down to about 155, so it was kind of drastic. I was on the way out, and fortunately, in the hospital on my last day or the second last day there, I was introduced to a holistic doctor who gave me a checklist of what I could eat and how I should live, and I wasn't doing any of those things. I wasn't doing it. Nothing on his food list I ate. So if I wanted to live and live healthy, I was going to have to change my life a lot. And most of us don't have to hit rock bottom like that before they make their change. So after meeting with him, I got out of the hospital. My stomach was shot, couldn't eat anything. Really, I couldn't eat solid foods at all, so I had to figure out a way how to get protein and nutrients in my body. I ate grapes. I could eat them, and baked potatoes. I ate a lot of baked potatoes and grapes. But about a month after coming out of the hospital, my family bought me a smoothie maker, the NutriBullet. It's an awesome product. I recommend it for everyone. I don't use it currently today, but that's how I started. And so I started making a smoothie every day, a fruit and vegetable smoothie. And my body probably was like, bam, what the hell are you doing to me? But because I started getting those better nutrients in my system, I was able to start thinking better. And so I took a lot of the advice from this doctor, and God bless him, I can't remember his name, but thank you so much for coming into my life. But it took me about a year, almost a year and a half, from that day, from that hospital stay, until I was able to get off the opioid pain pill. So I was 12-year addiction, and I was getting ready to die. Actually, right before I went into the hospital, I guess it was, yeah, right before or right after, I was running out of pills, and I was going to have to go through withdrawal again. And if you've ever gone through withdrawal, it's a pretty miserable experience. Vomiting, diarrhea, just a general feeling of crap. Can't sleep, you feel like you're going to jump out of your skin, and it's kind of hard to understand if you've never gone through it, but your skin, you just really feel like you want to jump out of your skin. It's a terrible experience. And I've been going through it for 12 years, for probably 5 or 6 years every month. So 12 times a year I'd go through a withdrawal, and it was just nasty because after a while of being on synthetic medication, your body just craves more. And as I said, I've always been an alcoholic. I've always been a drug addict. And now I was getting these legal pain pills that made me feel great, but they were killing me, man. They were just totally killing me. So anyway, right before going to the hospital, I was going to run out of my medication. So I was sitting on a parking lot outside of a pharmacy, and it was a little used pharmacy. I knew their operating methods. I was going to walk in with a gun and just take all the hydrocodone and all the opium-based pills I could grab, So I sat in my car, just going through these feelings, and something clicked, man. I was out there half hour to an hour, and finally I just decided, yeah, we're not going to do this. And so I went back home. I think shortly after that I ended up in the hospital, which actually was the universe saying, okay, you've made the right choice. We're going to force you to make another right choice. So actually getting in the hospital was a blessing, because I met the doctor that changed my life. Anyway, so it took about 1.5 years to get off the opioid medications. And then for the next 5-6 years, really, I studied fruits, vegetables, and herbs, how they benefit our body. I learned about the ingredients in my smoothie and exactly what those nutrients in those items, what they were doing for my body. So in my mind, I knew what to expect from what I was putting in my body. I mean, we don't even do that with synthetic drugs. They give you 5 pages of crap to look at when you when you go to the pharmacy and get a bottle of pills. You got 5 pages of stuff stapled to the bag, and do you ever read that? Okay, maybe 3 or 4 of you guys do. Kudos, good for you, but do you do anything with that knowledge? Probably not. So anyway, knowing what an orange will do for you is 10 times better. So that's kind of what this book is about. We're going to get into how to make you a little healthier without changing your life a whole lot. Because trust me, I'm not the guy that I'm not a dieter. I don't diet. I still don't diet to this day. I don't really believe in them. We'll talk about that throughout the book. I really had a negative attitude to life. Life sucks and then you die kind of attitude. Thank God I didn't die. But so yeah, and I really didn't change my life a whole lot. I'm not waking up, bouncing off the walls. Life is so good. This is cool. I'm not that guy, but I'm extremely content. I'm very healthy, fearless in the face of viruses and colds and stuff, because I know I have the right ammunition in my body if something bad does get into me. So anyway, that's basically why I wrote the book. Again, The Happiness Effect, simple life shifts that can create massive gains in your health, happiness, and abundance. Let me give you some facts here real quick before we start reading. 400,000 people die every year from our medical system. And there's actually a chapter in the book where we're going to show you, how our medical system today is killing you, because it really is. But 400,000 people die in America every year from our healthcare system. 264 million people suffer from depression in the world. 264 million. That's a staggering number, man. That's way too many people to be unhappy, and we can change that a little bit. So stick with me, okay? 12% or 27 Americans are metabolically unhealthy. You know how easy it is to change that? Stop going to the store and eating crackers when you can eat a grape. It's really that simple. Okay, great, you don't want fruits or vegetables, but processed foods are killing you, and I can get you healthy again just by taking the majority of the processed stuff out of your life. It will drastically change your life, and we can do it step by step, so hang in there. The United States is near the bottom of the list of developed countries in health, okay? The United States has terrible health: overweight, obesity, diabetes, inflammation, arthritis. We have so many freaking diseases, it's crazy, and yet we claim we have the best health care in the world. I mean, how does that make sense? It's because we're not doing it right, man. We're not. You must embrace nature. That's how we're going to sum this up. You're going to have to embrace nature. Eating fruits, vegetables, and herbs. Medicating with what nature provides, not some synthetic pill made in a laboratory. changing the way your mind thinks a little bit and being grateful for everything, man. So embracing nature, gratitude, positive thought can change your life. And it's easy to do. If you're thinking right now, oh, God, this guy's crazy, there's no way his book's gonna change my life or anything. I don't know, stick around and see what happens. We got 31 chapters to go through. We'll do 1 or 2 a day. And I want you to leave comments. You gotta give and take. I'm gonna give you some good advice and tell you a little bit about myself and how this worked for me. But you gotta step up too a little bit. So I'm gonna need to hear some comments. I need you guys to let me know, am I crazy? Is that good? Hey, this is what I did and it helped me. Maybe you could talk about it. Whatever it is. Leave me some comments, because this is a two-way street. I didn't write this book for me. I wrote it to try to help other people. And basically what happened was, I was out with some people that I used to party with a lot, and we were out on a river, and it was sunny, it was a beautiful day, and yes, I was drinking a little bit, which gets you talking more. And I was going through all these health facts and positive thought mentors and stuff, and the lady was like, wow, man, you need to write a book. And I was getting drunk, I didn't care, so that thought went away. But I got home, and a couple days later, I'm thinking, no, she said I should write a book. And then something else happened. I don't really remember what it was. Maybe I read a post on Facebook or something, but something else happened that said you should write a book. It was probably an ad, who knows, somebody was listening to my conversation. Anyway, I'm like, when the universe, I have learned, okay, this has taken 50 plus years to learn this, but when the universe is knocking on your head, okay, first, you should write a book. Second, I see an ad or whatever it was, you should write a book. Okay, that's 2. If I don't listen to the third one, I'm going to get punched in the face. So I've learned that you got to listen to that gut feeling and listen to what the universe is telling you, because the universe knows. And so do you, deep down inside, you really do. But anyway, because of that, I decided to write this book. And what is the happiness effect? That's what everybody, what is this book about? I've kind of told you. But anyway, it is a prescriptive self-help that provides a holistic lifestyle program focusing on dietary issues as well as insight into the importance of positive thinking, nature, and exercise. And that covers a lot of ground. There's a lot going on there, but we're going to read through it. And without further ado, let's get to the book. And what will happen is I'll read for a while, and then every now and then something will spark something in my head, and I'll go off course a little bit. So just bear with me. And the book is not available yet, but hopefully this will spur some interest, and we can get myself an agent, a publisher, and we'll get this book out to you. How about that? Okay. Chapter 1, the happiness effect. The setup, or section 1, the setup. Chapter 1, happiness happens. No one is in control of your happiness but you. Therefore, you have the power to change anything about yourself or your life that you want to change. That's a quote from Barbara DeAngelis. Happiness doesn't grow on trees or spring up from the ground, and it is not something that you can buy at the store. Yet, in our constant search for happiness, we will spend millions of dollars on books, tapes, and seminars that teach us how to become satisfied with life. I personally have spent countless hours and dollars on health and happiness information. Not only have I spent the money and the time researching, but I've also put into practice a lot of what I have learned. Notice I said a lot. I didn't put into practice everything I've learned. Some of it seemed crazy. Some of it was over my head. So yes, but I have put into practice a lot of what I've learned. Like many of you, I was confused when I was eating healthy, and yet I was still incredibly negative. I know people that wake up beaming with sunshine and positive energy. However, their bodies are always sick. You may be thinking this is just another self-help book that doesn't fix all the issues or provide a lifestyle that can help you maintain good health and happiness. But this could be, this could be the last book on creating happiness that you need, because it will set your life's foundation, improving your health by embracing nature and teaching you how to find positivity all around you. You will learn that abundance follows positivity. From this day forward, you'll be able to control your own life. You will know how to be healthy and positive every day. You will learn that when you feel happy, abundance flows easily into your life. It happens every time. This is crazy too. The healthier and happier you are, It's true, abundance just seems to follow that because you're not pushing it away anymore. You got all this positive energy coming to you. And that sounds crazy and like, ooh, far out, but it's true, okay? So stick around. For many of us, the idea of not having enough money is why we are not satisfied with our lives. We have been brainwashed into believing that money will solve all of our problems. If only I had more money, I could. You might be saying to yourself, everyone they show on television with money appears happy. The Kardashians appear pretty happy. However, money alone does not make you happy or content with life. You can have money, a nice house, expensive cars, and vacations, and still be miserable. I mean, look, there's millions of examples of people with money that are miserable, so I don't even need to tell you that. I'm sure you already know that. You might think a huge mansion, a new Mercedes, and $1 million salary would instantly make you happy. Having lots of money and expensive toys makes life easier and more enjoyable, definitely. But as you know, when your favorite pet or a loved one dies, your health fails, or you don't have any family or friends, you immediately forget how good the material things made you feel. When challenges in life knock on your door, money won't make you smile anymore. And as every positive thought self-help guru is going to tell you, you must first find happiness inside of yourself, and then abundance will follow you. And I guarantee you that. So does every new thought positive self-help mentor in the world. They're all going to tell you that you've got to first start in here, and then you can work out there. But I'm going to it's a little trickier than that. I'm going to make it easy for you. Okay, stick around. What is it about happiness that is so elusive? Why aren't we all running around with goofy grins on our faces? We all want to be in a total state of bliss, so why aren't we? Why do we pay for books, videos, and seminars searching for the source of joy? Why is it so hard to find consistent happiness? Let me ask, what is happiness? According to Merriam-Webster's dictionary, happiness is the state of well-being and contentment. Happiness is only an emotion, a feeling. Who controls your feelings and emotions? Only you. I could stop writing this book right now because the key to happiness is you. There you have it. The secret is out. The only thing stopping you from being happy is you. Let that sink in for a second because it's so true. Again, I'm not the first to say this, but the only thing that's keeping you from being happy is you. Your mind controls your emotions, good, bad, frustrated, relieved, tired, alert, joyful, angry. That fact alone should fill you with joy and positive thoughts. We are our thoughts. You're going to hear me say this a lot because it's, again, not mine, but I will repeat it. We are our thoughts. Everything's up here. What you think about today, you will become tomorrow. When you learn how to control your thoughts, you will become a psychic. You will know exactly how your life is going to turn out. You will know that you are going to be healthy, happy, and abundant, because only you can determine your satisfaction with life. I was once asked, how can I make my kids happy? This is a true story, by the way. That is a great question, and the answer is simple. You cannot make someone else happy. Your children will have to learn how to create happiness for themselves, and they will. Trust me on that. However, there is a secret that you can use to help your kids or those around you to become happy and stay happy. Are you ready to hear this? When you decide to be happy with yourself and live your life with a positive and grateful attitude, your kids and most people around you will want to be like you. Many times when I go to the store, I set an intention to be nice to whoever I run into, no matter what. This is going to sound crazy, and this is going to sound crazy, trust me. But when I do this, everyone in the store smiles at me or nods their head as if saying hello. If I do run into a negative person, a quick, happy response and a big smile usually creates a positive and friendly exchange. This is so true, man. Let me take a step off here and tell you this. This happens to me. This is one of the first things I was learning when I got into this. If you want people to be happy, you have to be happy with yourself first. So I did. I would sit out in my car for 3, 5, 10 seconds, a minute, whatever it would take to just relax, and just set an intention. And I want you to try this next time you go to a store. Sit in your car, take your 3, 5, 60 seconds, take a couple of deep breaths through your nose, and set an intention that when you go inside, you are going to be happy to everyone in the building, and everyone in the building is going to be happy with you. That's it. That's all you got to do. You're going to be friendly with everyone. They're going to be friendly with you. And you're going to set that intention, okay? You may not get this on the first try. I'm not going to say it happened the first time I did this, but if you do it consistently, you will be amazed at what happens. Okay, you really will. You will find people smiling at you, going out of their way, saying silly things. The joy that you put out comes back, and it really comes back tenfold, as they say, I guess, because it really works. So try that. I mean, it's really cool when you see this happening and you see this happiness magnetism going on. It is a very cool experience. So try it. Trust me before you make a judgment. Anyway, people will be attracted to your happiness mindset. It's true, they will be. It's an amazing feeling. All of a sudden, you will notice that most people around you are in a good mood. Wherever you go, people will go out of their way to be positive. Your optimism becomes contagious. Your enjoyment with life becomes a happiness magnet to those around you. It's really true. Your happiness and positivity will bring good things to you and to those you love. Again, it's that whole magnet effect. It really, really will. And this is what I like to call the happiness effect. When your happiness is affecting other people, and because they're happy, it makes you happy, it just elevates everybody's game. It's like a domino effect. If my happiness makes you happy, but because you're happy, I'm happy, and it just keeps building and building and building. And wow, wouldn't it be nice if the whole world had big goofy grins on their face because we're all just presenting happiness to each other. Yeah, it sounds crazy, spiritual, goofy, happiness, whatever you want to say, but it's true, and don't knock it until you try it, because it blew my mind once I started realizing this was going on. So anyway, that is the happiness effect, man. Little shifts in your life that you can do, they create happiness inside of us, and boom, that happiness explodes out to the world. It's a win-win for everybody. It's really a cool thing. It's a cool thing. The coolest part of this is that the universe is designed to provide you with abundance. 100%. Most things in nature, and we could probably almost say everything in nature, but I won't go that far. So we'll say most things in nature have more than they need to survive without any help from us. A tree in the forest can live for hundreds of years, never moving, and all of its needs are met by nature. They're right there. And it's the same for us too. Everything we need is within our grasp. We just have to look around and see the abundance that's out there. There are only 4 steps that you must take in order to receive this gift of abundance. First of all, you must get your body healthy. True. If you're not healthy, nothing else is going to work right. Okay, so the very first step is to get your body healthy. And once your body starts getting the natural nutrients that it needs, okay, taking a bunch of pills isn't going to make you healthy. But once your body starts getting the natural nutrients that it really needs, your mind will start getting more healthy, and you'll start thinking more clearly. You'll have more clarity and focus throughout your day, because your mind and body work together, man. And if your gut's not getting what it needs, then your mind's never going to have what it needs. So you got to do both. They work together to balance you, and that's what it's all about. First of all, you must get your body healthy. Your body, Okay. The second step is to get your mind healthy. If your brain has all the natural nutrients that it needs, you will be more positive. You will be able to see the solutions to your challenges more clearly. And the third step is to be grateful. And this is huge, man. This is I could probably write a whole book on gratitude. Many people have, because it's so important in your life. If you're not thankful for the things you have today and the things that you want to receive in the future, then why should you have them? You know, you got to be thankful for everything. You have got to be grateful. Gratitude is really, really a big piece of the puzzle. And I want you to really, really focus on that. Focus on being truly emotionally thankful for what you have in your life and what you want to come into your life and what's happened in your previous life. And in later chapters, we will get to all this because that's a very important piece of the pie, man. It really is. And I've got a couple of chapters on gratitude, so stay tuned. You must be grateful for everything you have and everything you're going to receive in the future. Finally, this is big, you need to get outside and embrace nature. Nature has healing powers. And you don't have to do anything. You just have to step outside. Plants give off these chemicals called phytoncides, and we'll talk more about them later. But these chemicals help plants fight off disease and pests. And when we breathe them in, it helps our bodies create a special cell that then goes and fights cancer. So just by going outside and breathing through your nose what the plants give us, you're fighting cancer. Okay, you're getting healthier just by standing outside. And I'm not going to get into this sunshine and stuff because we talk about that later on. But you got to embrace nature. It's a big part of it. But really, those 4 things, that's all there is to it. It's super simple. It really is. Healthy body, healthy mind, getting outside in nature, showing gratitude for everything. 4 things, man. Who can't change 4 things in their life? And you don't have to do it all in one day. You can do it over many days. But I still struggle today, so it's a work in progress, always. And that's chapter 1 in a nutshell. That's chapter 1, and we're right at about 30 minutes. So I think we're going to stop there for today. Thank you for coming around, but again, leave me some comments. I know it's the first thing that we even started, so we really haven't even gotten into anything yet. But I look forward to seeing you on chapter 2. We may replay it in the same day, so I may be saying this, and you might see chapter 2 coming up next. But thank you for coming around this morning. Remember, only 4 things you have to do to change your life. You really do, and the book's going to teach you how to do that. Get your body healthy. Get your mind healthy. Get outside in nature. And show gratitude for everything. You really do it. Anyway, that's all for today. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Steve Radins. You can check out my website, balancebynature.net. And remember the book's title, The Happiness Effect. Simple life shifts that can create massive gains in your health, happiness, and abundance. I'm going to make you healthy, happy, and abundant. Who doesn't love that? I mean, seriously. So anyway, peace. Have a great day. Stay balanced by nature.